breaking news.
Major breaking news with a Washington County jury finding Kevin Monahan guilty of all original charges. And we want to get you back out to that breaking news we've been following all morning long. A major train derailment in Montgomery County. Craig Ross Jr. appearing in court today for a kidnapping case that grabbed national headlines last fall. The bullets from that shooting striking this home in several places, as you can see here. And you're seeing that unbelievable video right here from this bridge collapse. There it goes down right there. You can see it. Authorities say 6 to 8 tankers went off of the track right along Route 5. CBS 6's Tom Eschen is there. He joins us now live with the very latest. And Tom, are there any injuries or spills being reported? We are joining everyone live from the heart of it all here in downtown Saratoga Springs, up above Broadway, really about to get vibrant. The Red Cross mentioned earlier this year a need for more blood donations and a bit of a shortage, so these donations are needed now, maybe more than ever before.
Yes, this is a really critical time for us.
Fighting for her life tonight. She's in a coma, already undergoing 2 brain surgeries with more operations on the way. All that remains now is this big pile of rubble where the Pad Thai noodle restaurant once stood. President Biden on the campaign trail today touting his achievements in office so far. Dozens of families are here looking to collect many needed items. Tell us about this warning shot and the shot after that we now know hit and killed Kaylin. The conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza becoming a controversial political and social debate. Now, 72% are in support of peaceful protests. DA David Soares giving himself more than $20,000 in personal bonuses with grant money. Do you stand by your previous statement that maybe the committee shouldn't make an endorsement at this point?
I do, and that was difficult. I was dismayed at what appears to be a misuse or misappropriation of funds.
Difficult day.
And right there, you're hearing live from Washington County District Attorney Tony Jordan, who just said the facts really spoke for themselves in this case. Again, Kevin Monahan being found guilty of murder. This story only on CBS 6 right here tonight. The 14-year-old girl and an 11-year-old girl now both recovering from their shooting injuries. I spoke with the teen from her hospital bed and her mother, who tells me through tears that this entire situation is heartbreaking.
They tried to take my baby away from the world. Like, what did she do to you to deserve that? She did. She has a lot of mouth, I'm not going to lie, but I wouldn't go and kill someone's kid. That's terrible.
This Troy mother in tears tonight. Carmen says her 14-year-old daughter, Cece, is still in the hospital awaiting surgery after her and her 11-year-old friend were shot while outside at a home on 4th Street over the weekend. This video shows the girls on the porch moments before witnesses say someone in an SUV drove up, shot them, and then took off.
She's a child. I don't care what she said. Did she harm you? Why did she deserve to get almost cold-bloodedly murdered? At 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't care what they say about the kids being outside. Okay, they were on the porch.
Carmen says Cece was staying at that home with the 11-year-old at the time of the shooting, but that she was actively trying to get her in a better environment, saying her calls for help to different area agencies have gone unanswered.
I sent the police, I sent CPS, I called her clinician, I called her school, I told everybody to help me, and they said, you're doing everything you have to. And now look at my daughter's laying with a bullet stuck in her.
Saying regardless of the circumstances, experiencing the mental and physical pain of being shot at 14 is something no child should have to deal with. Cece doing her best to keep her spirits up when we spoke to her from her hospital bed when she FaceTimed her mom during this interview. Cece, hi, this is Emani with CBS 6. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Are you feeling better? How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Meantime, Troy's mayor and police chief telling me they're doing everything possible to prevent this from happening again.
I can certainly speak on behalf of both of us that, you never want to see, children in gunfire in the same, the same sentence. So we take this very seriously.
Argue, you know what I mean? Have a disagreement. You don't have to pick up a gun. We're going to work as hard as we can to find you and bring you to justice.
Carmen also now doing what she can so her daughter doesn't fall through the cracks.
None of these kids should be playing with guns. They should be in bed at 1 in the morning, including my kid. And that's why she's not leaving my side no more. I might not have been perfect, and I'm not perfect, but they're going to stop saying that I'm not doing everything for my daughter, because I am, and I did.
Now, Carmen says Cece may be clear to go home by the end of this week, but they don't yet have a home to go back to. So her focus is now on finding safer, permanent housing for her and her daughter. Again, the search for who shot the children is ongoing. So if you know anything about what happened that night, contact police. An 11-year-old girl shot in Troy earlier this month, now speaking out for the first time publicly. In a story you're seeing only on 6, I spoke with the child shot, a witness to the shooting, and the other shooting victim's mother about what happened that night and how they're now trying to move forward. 11-year-old Zaira says her life will never be the same. Her and her 14-year-old friend Cece were standing on this porch in Troy earlier this month when someone drove up in ski masks, shot them, and then took off.
I mean, I felt like I was dying in that moment. It's upsetting that, a grown-up people would shoot little kids.
Both seriously injured but now recovering. This picture showing the two hugging when they were first released from the hospital. Zaira says the shooters wanted someone in the house to come out before the shooting started, but says things should have never escalated to that point.
I have been through a lot of traumatic stuff in my life, so it kind of felt like the same thing, but it hurt a lot. I feel like every time I'm on my street, I just get flashbacks of them standing right there and then shooting. Kind of got shot on my head. I didn't really feel it. I just felt like it's stinging. But then my leg, it was just all numb and stuff. I couldn't walk on it. The blood was just dripping down my leg and everything. And I was having a full-on panic attack and stuff.
One of the victim's relatives who was also there that night says there were babies in the home at the time as well.
This generation, bro, it's just not good. They need to put the guns down. They scared without them. Put them down. Y'all not on that.
The 14-year-old shooting victim's mother, Carmen, says both families are now doing everything they can to remove their children from violent people and situations.
Multiple people have threatened our kids, our families. This didn't just affect 2 little girls. It affected a bunch of people. They didn't deserve to be shot. It's simple. And until they get justice, we'll be uprooted from our lives, staying in hotels and being totally uncomfortable with everything in life.
Hopeful an arrest and a change of location may prevent this from happening again.
There's no street code when it comes to kids. So nobody gets loyalty when you try to kill someone's kid. That's just how it is.
While the girls are hoping for a speedy recovery so they can go back to just being kids.
But I hope it doesn't really do that much to my leg because I like to play basketball and stuff.
Now the families are currently moving from motel to motel because they don't feel safe returning home while the shooter is still out there somewhere. They say there is still blood on the walls of the home as well. They're hoping to raise enough funds to get the children in safe, permanent housing soon. For ways to help the family do that, we have a link in this story at CBS6Albany.com. Authorities in Albany cracking down on illegal dirt bikes in the city. This group of dirt bikes seized just last night as a local student is still in the hospital after being seriously injured by an illegal street bike last week. I spoke with the sheriff about the crackdown and only on 6. I also spoke with the owner of one of these illegal dirt bikes who came to get it back. UAlbany student Alexa Krupp still in a coma fighting for her life in the hospital nearly a week after she was hit by an illegal dirt bike that then sped off from the scene. This video showing several dirt bikes speeding down Ontario and Hudson just moments before Alexa was hit.
She's in critical condition and we're truly hoping for the best at this time.
What happened to Alexa leading Sheriff Craig Apple to carry out an illegal dirt bike crackdown, eliminating chasing and using new tactics to seize 10 illegal street bikes, issue 21 tickets, and arrest 2 people Thursday night.
Stupid games, stupid prizes. I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. It's just unspeakable. I mean, so we knew we had to do something. We need to do something sooner than later. Enough is enough. We're done. We're not tolerating this.
Here's a look at those 10 seized illegal street bikes that are now being held here in an undisclosed location.
We have found some bikes in alleyways. We grab them. You won't ever see them again.
The owner of one of those seized dirt bikes, however, did see his bike again. He arrived as we shot this video. He didn't want to be on camera, but came with a wad of cash and a fresh license plate for his bike before he was allowed to retrieve it. You see him here, then driving off on it down the street.
So we can expect these crackdowns to continue.
Yeah, we're not done. Yeah, this wasn't a one and done.
Meantime, Alexa's father says the crackdowns need to continue so other unsuspecting students don't end up in a hospital bed like his daughter.
Speak to your council people. Get these animals off the street. Negligence, recklessness. It's going to take somebody to, I don't even want to say the word, pass away for something to be done. When does it stop?
The search for who hit Alexa continues. If you know anything, contact police.